I appreciate your bringing up this terrible misconception that is out there that the FDA or that regulation in this area is somehow blocking cures or treatments from getting to patients. And I think that actually that misperception is what is stimulating actually this very misguided legislation that is in front of Congress right now to try to allow drugs to go on the market without being tested in controlled clinical trials. In fact, the clinical trial process allows us to distinguish the wheat from the chaff in terms of the products that do work from the products that don't work. And you don't even have to go back to the pre-1960s era to imagine what life in the therapeutic space would be like without a need to do clinical trials. You can just look at the nutritional market, nutritional supplement market, where you have hundreds of products on the market that have not been tested at all, and many of them don't work. A lot of them end up killing people, and there's just there's no control at all over the marketplace. And so, the existence and the need to do clinical trials actually is what provides a substantial benefit to patients by allowing them to choose among drugs that at least have some evidence of effectiveness of those products. So, and then I would also point out the fact that the FDA is the fastest drug regulatory agency in the world when it comes to approving new drugs when those drugs are shown to work.
When I came into Alzheimer's disease, I definitely heard that the FDA and the regulators were the problem. And not just because they were blocking effective drugs, which I totally agree. Sadly, I have not seen yet a trial that I think should have been approved. But also I want to call out to the FDA because I think they've been very flexible in evolving in Alzheimer's disease. They changed their guidelines for the first time in 37 years and have a draft guideline they published in the New England Journal of Medicine in 2014 that allowed a trial like A4 to go forward, to actually change what's required for approval that evolves as we move earlier in the disease, because the trial designs for late dementia are not appropriate for prevention trials. So I think they are working with us and the community, with academics, to really evolve with us, and I think they're doing a good job.
Some of the things in the legislations are things like that, which are very good. I think they're not being too prescriptive, which is always good because we're always a little worried about unintended consequences when legislation like that comes up. But in my opinion, they've done a lot of homework and they've talked to a lot of different people. They are putting, in my opinion, it's a positive thing rather than a negative thing that they're proposing.